How about go this way, man? Yeah, man. So I believe that everybody should have a midlife crisis, man. It'll wake some motherfuckers up. I mean, look what you're doing yourself, man. You're drinking yourself away. You're destroying your looks. You're destroying your chances of becoming more successful with females. A lot of motherfuckers don't realize that, bro. You know, like I said yesterday, man, we get in our own way. You know, a lot of us do. We don't even know that we get in our own way, bro. We're not aware that we get in our own way. You're not really paying attention to what you're doing. You're basically like a zombie, bro. You know? You know. One day motherfuckers just wake up, they wake up and start, they wake up and start believing in themselves all of a sudden. You know? They wake up just believing in themselves. They got tired of not believing in themselves. They got tired of the rut they was in. They said, no, I'm gonna do anything that's gonna harm the future. No, don't do that. I mean, I ain't gonna do nothing that's gonna keep me, trapped in this living hell that I'm in right now. I'm not gonna do none of that stuff. I'm gonna back away from that stuff because it's keeping me unhappy. A lot of stuff that we do, bro, is that's harming ourselves and our chances of being, happy in life. And then you have a turnaround, like, whoa, wait up. Wait, hold on. Hold the fuck on. What are you doing? Is this making you any happier? No, it's making you worse, bro. You're becoming worse with time. You just think you're gonna drink your life away or drink your problems away. When you wake up in the morning, it's gonna be still there. And plus, you're supposed to be putting more money on your, on your numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? Your jackpot could be bigger. You feel me? Man, you destroying everything, man. You don't even know. Yeah, you on the grind for the paper. You on that, you chasing the bag. But you ain't really focused like that. You really ain't focused. Because if you was really focused, you'll put down that bottle and start exercising a lot more. See, now I can work out every day instead of every other day. It's just alcohol. It destroys your body, man. It destroys everything. It destroys your looks, your performance. It's not a good thing to put into your body. The only time you're supposed to drink alcohol a lot is when you're celebrating something. Other than that, if you ain't celebrating nothing, man, you shouldn't be drinking. Ain't nothing good about celebrating your misery, man. So one day you just say, you know, I'm fed of this. I'm fed up with this shit, man. Nah, I'm good. Whatever's keeping you from being happy in your life, you gotta stop it. Whatever you're doing that's keeping you from being happy, you just gotta stop. Nah, I'm good with that. No more drinking. Cold turkey too. Unless I hit a jackpot, I'll toast to that. Other than that, I ain't got no jackpot in my hands. I'm just not gonna drink. We're gonna work out today, right now. We're gonna work out right now. I'm gonna feed these birds these chips. They love chips. That's like one of their favorite snacks is chips. As soon as I put it down, they came swooped on down. It's breakfast time. Chip breakfast. Look at them, they're tearing them chips up. And they all coming from all angles. They're like, chip time. It's chips. Hurry up and get down there before it's all gone. Not really healthy for them, but chips is not really healthy for anybody, really. But every now and then, I give them a bag of chips that I'm not gonna eat. So I be buying chips from Starbucks just to stay up in there. And I'll come out and I'll give it to the seagulls, man. That's funny, a part of the, the seagulls, they got a pecking order. And the bigger seagulls coming around like Debo, just punking motherfuckers for chips. These my chips, fool. And them chips be gone in a matter of seconds, man. Not minutes, in a matter of seconds, them chips be gone. Even if you go get a big ass bag full of chips, and you pour it out there, man, it'll be gone in seconds. And there's a pecking order amongst the seagulls, bro. You know, the bigger seagull come around and punk that one seagull, man. The punk his ass. See, that's a guy right there in a beat up old van. You know, of course he's by himself and shit, man. You know, he's one of the guys that never really got it together, man. You could tell by his beat up van and by his old computer that he uses in Starbucks. I see him around. And he's the type of guy that I'm talking about, man. Like, he got old and never really got it together. So now he's like just by himself all the time. Just ain't got no woman, ain't got no money. You feel what I'm saying? That's a horrible way to live. I mean, he got to go out like that. He got to spend his last days by himself alone. That's not how I want to go out like that, man. You wake up and just one day you say, fuck it, bro. This is crazy right now. You know? How I am right now. It's crazy. Midlife crisis kicks in, man. Because you wake up and you're like, oh, damn, well, look at the time, bro. I'm getting old. I got to start doing everything that I can right now. Stop the drinking. Stop everything. You know. Start exercising more, bro. You want that family. You wanna have kids. You wanna get ready for your wife, your future wife, and everything like that, man. You wanna look good for your future wife. You wanna live longer to see your kids grow. You know what I'm saying? When you start to have kids, because a lot of us, if we don't have kids, man, we're gonna end up getting old and alone. I keep saying this over and over again. You're just gonna get old and alone. You ain't got no money, you ain't got no kids. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got a family, you ain't even got a wife. You know, some motherfuckers are straight up just incel. They spend their whole entire life alone and they don't even know what to do. They're like, you know, I'm 60 years old and I still haven't met the love of my life yet. Man, if you get money, you will meet the love of your life. That means he spent like years just straight up just sub 5 for no reason and just didn't do nothing about his situation, never had a goal, you know, nothing. He never chased money, he never tried to better himself. He just reached the old age just by himself, bro. Just straight up an incel, bro. Like that guy that lives in this van at 60. Well, it was an SUV, not really a van, but it's an SUV, right? He lives in an SUV at 60, bro. Still ain't got the shit together, bro. He's 60 and he's still like patting his pockets and broke and starving. I had to go over there and get this nigga food, bro. This nigga said he ain't ate all day. That's kind of embarrassing. You know, me, I'm not gonna sit out here and starve, bro. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna fly a sign, I'm gonna eat, bro. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and starve. This motherfucker was so stupid and so full of pride that he was so prideful that he didn't want to go out there and fly a sign. You know, he was ashamed of that. I'm like, bro, don't be ashamed to go out there and fly a sign, bro. Fly a sign, you making good money, man. We talking about $200 a day. Like yesterday, I made about $150. You know what I'm saying? Just flying a sign for only a few hours. I made $150 in 2 hours. So it's like, don't be out there, don't be ashamed to get out there and get that money. Yeah, you standing there for two or 3 hours baking in the sun, but you make good money and you're not gonna starve. I had to go out there, I had to get this nigga food that I had went out and flew a sign for, and I came back to 7-Eleven because I had a few $100s in my pocket from flying the sign. And I gave that nigga a sandwich and some orange juice or whatever. You know, I was feeding that nigga though. And then, you know, the dude's not humble at all. I can just tell he learned, I don't know where he learned that big head stubbornness, maybe from parents. But that stubbornness and that big head syndrome, it'll get you nowhere, bro. You gotta remain humble and kind, you know. But the guy's not humble, bro. And he's living in his car at 60. That's where I do not want to be at 60, bro. Still struggling, still homeless at 60. That means I didn't change my ways. That means I didn't chase the bag. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, if any of you guys get to be patting your pockets or broke at 60, that's an embarrassing moment for you. You could at least went to school. At least could get the school bag, bro. You could at least have a pension or retirement, something at 60. But this nigga, he's over for it, bro. He gonna reach the grave broke. He gonna go to his grave broke. And it's over for that dude, bro. Even though he's 6'1", 6'2", or some shit like that. But bro, you got center nasal folds. I don't think I'll ever get that, by the way, because that comes with age. And in your 30s, you start seeing like signs of center nasal folds, right? I don't think I'll ever get that. That six pack gonna come in now. Now I ain't drinking. That six pack gonna come in. You guys don't know what a six pack does to a woman, bro. It turns a woman on, bro. You know, you got a six pack, bro. Even though you're 45, you got a six pack. Your body's in shape. You're gonna turn a woman on, bro. Young or old. You know, and I want my six pack back. That's another thing, bro. I miss my six pack. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't got a big old pot belly, but it's not flat either, really. I mean, my chest stick out further than my stomach. That's most important, but it's still not where I want it to be, like lean. If I stop drinking, my six pack will come back. And that's what I want. I want to see my six pack back. I want to be leaner. I want to be in shape. I want to be able to work out, a lot more, longer, everything. I just want to survive. That's it. Where my water at? We got to drink water before we work out. We got the pre-workout, but damn. I drank it earlier though. So the pre-workout effects just disappeared into thin air basically. So I had 2 meals yesterday, man. The last meal that I had was kind of big. I shouldn't have ate that much rice, but it was only 2 meals and I didn't want to go to sleep hungry, so I ate a big meal for dinner. I had a smaller meal in the daytime. That was chicken and rice and stuff. No, it was beef and broccoli. It was beef and broccoli and rice. And my second meal, I had a lot more rice, man, because I just didn't want to go to sleep hungry. Because I can't sleep if I'm hungry, man. You feel what I'm saying? And maybe I might not get married. Let's say I just want a female to settle down with without getting married. Just live with her and don't get married. Maybe that might be a better choice. Because I feel like, man, a lot of us been out here for so long and been struggling for so long that you just jump into a marriage. But then you think about how most of the time marriages don't work out. But then you think about it, okay, hey, at least you tried, right? so you won't get married again. Shit, try it once. It might work out for you. You know. Because I remember back in the day when I used to do MGTOW, and I would talk about, oh, I'll never get married. Hey, fuck marriage, bro. Fuck that shit. But when you get older, you start woofing that shit. I mean, you start woofing that shit differently, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work out, man. What we gonna do today, man? I say we do some sprints, man, and burn some more belly fat. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do some sprints. We ain't gonna do no capoeira today. We're just gonna do some conditioning. Sprints, push-ups, sit-ups. So legs, abdominals, and arms. That's it. And some chest, Push-ups got chest too, You get, I still don't think that push-ups can get you as swole as weights, But push-ups do get you good, man. What's up with it? Well, what's up with it, man? What's up with it, Jamie? Again, happy birthday. Like I said, man, you start realizing, man, that time is ticking and you ain't gonna be here, forever, man. So you start changing things and you start wanting things to come true. Like me, I want to be attractive again, man. If alcohol is fucking my shit up, bro, I don't want no parts of it no more. If I'm getting in my own way, I don't want to do that no more, man. And I want to, I want to be able to eat it from the back again. You feel me? Eat that coochie from the back. That's what I want to do. I want to eat that coochie from the back. You feel me? I want to be able to do that again. So I'm like, if alcohol is getting in the way, I discard that shit, man. Especially when it comes to being happy and you want to get laid, you want to have sex, you want to be as attractive as possible to women. So if alcohol is making you less attractive, give it up. Shit, man, my balls need to be licked again, bro. I want to be able to eat it from the back too. eat it from the back. Eat it from the back. What a character, man. Joey Six is a fool, bud. Yeah, I would, man. Hell yeah. I mean, damn, that's what I'm trying to lose more weight, so I can start eating it from the back again. It's like, bro, is it really that serious? I mean, damn, the alcohol's getting in the way. I remember when I wasn't drinking alcohol, my life was, man, because it just makes you look all high all the time, man. Alcohol does. It turns your goddamn eyeballs yellow all the time. And you got hella bags under your eyes, man. You just look like less attractive when you got alcohol in your system. And the next day, your eyes are all goddamn baggy and shit. You got more lines around your goddamn eyes. It just fucks up your looks. And I don't want that, man. That's why I said, fucking, no, I'm good with alcohol, bro. I went to sleep sober last night. You know what I'm saying? I woke up the next morning, looked at my face. I was like, oh yeah, my face looking better already. It fucks up your face, alcohol. So if it's fucking up your face and it's fucking up your, getting some pussy, man, it just ain't worth it no more, man. If it's fucking up attracting women, then it's like, okay, no. Because I think, like, we should always do what we can to attract females. Like lifting weights, gym maxing, clothes maxing. That's what they call it in the incel community, right? Clothes maxing. do all you can, man. Like Bulldog said, man. You know, like what's his name? The Bulldog mindset. He said, man, are you really doing everything that you can to attract women? Okay, well, let me see your six pack. Lift up your shirt. Let me see your six pack. No homo. No, but I'm gonna work out for the second day in a row. I didn't drink nothing last night, so I'm able to work out almost every single day now, instead of every other day, like 4 days a week. I could throw an extra couple of days in there, man. Are you really doing everything you can to attract women, bro? A lot of guys, they're not doing everything that they can do. They're not trying to buy new clothing. They're not trying to lower the body fat percentage. If your body fat percentage is staying the same, man, you're not trying. You remember that one guy, that one incel guy? I forgot his name. I think he and Succeed. Boy, he stayed a big guy the whole entire time. He was complaining here on the internet. I don't think he makes any more videos no more. But he stayed a huge dude, and that was one of his main problems, is that he was so big that, wow, bro, no wonder you're an incel. Look how big you are. And he's using the food to cope. And I'm like, bro, is the food really helping you though, man? It's not helping. Do stuff that helps. Motherfuckers gotta learn how to be humble all over again, man. Because motherfuckers got big heads and they think that, you know, everything revolves around them. They fucking narcissists and shit like that, male narcissists. And you really don't know, how to be humble. You feel what I'm saying? Because a humble motherfucker is willing to listen to feedback and grow from it. And actually, you know, take in the information instead of blocking it out. A lot of motherfuckers, they block information out their brain so they never grow. And in order for you to open your brain up and listen and inhale information, you got to be humble. You know, you got to be humble out here, bro. Somebody tell you, like, bro, lose the weight so you can attract more women into your life. Ah, man, I don't think that's going to help. I don't think, you know, like that guy, like I said, he didn't succeed, bro. I remember I used to watch his channel for only a little bit, but I was just like, this guy not even really trying to attract women, bro. He just big for no reason. That guy was huge, bro. Bruh, he was huge. That's your problem right there, is because you don't want to change. You don't want to. You don't think that attracting women is important, or doing stuff to attract women is important. Why do you think guys go out there and get the flashiest car out there on the market? Why do you think guys go out there and become millionaires and billionaires? Part of that is because they want to get beautiful women. Why do you think Diddy was out there becoming a millionaire? So he could get more women into his life. He would have never had attracted Cassie, not at his age, at 37. When he got with Cassie, he was 37. She was 19, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know. So, yeah, exactly. Dudes are coping instead of improving themselves. Better, and what's up with it? You know what I'm saying? Better, you know, they're not trying to better themselves. And they stay the same their whole entire life. And I was watch these guys, they never ever even think about like changing, you know what I'm saying? You know? They never want to change, because it's hard to change. You know, but a lot of them don't have midlife crisis, bro. Like, I think that midlife crisis can be good for everybody, man. Because then you start waking up and start realizing what's keeping you down. You feel what I'm saying? you wake up and you start realizing what's keeping you down, what's fucking your shit up, what's fucking up your chances with women. Like me, once I get a bag, I'm gonna get my teeth fixed. My teeth are crooked, and I got some gaps on the bottom of my teeth. You hear what I'm saying? And I got missing teeth in the back. So I gotta fix that to make myself more attractive to females. Once I get the bag, I'm going straight to the dentist and get me a brand new pearl white grill. You feel what I'm saying? All white. No tartar around your teeth. No plaque around your teeth. None of that shit, brother. I can destroy your chances, man. Having bad teeth. And I ain't got the baddest teeth in the world, but I ain't got the best grill in the world. You want to attract women, you gotta have good teeth. Like before I go to Thailand, before I go over and start traveling, I'm gonna get my grill fixed before I start traveling, bro. I'm gonna spend about 5 racks, 10 racks on my teeth alone. 5 to 10 racks. That'll increase your attractiveness. You got bad teeth, man. Man, that brings down your attractiveness. If you got yellow, buttery teeth, that brings it down. So you might want to go to the dentist and get them all straightened out and get them clean. No gaps. I'm going to get my gaps right here in the bottom of my teeth. Right here, I'm going to get them filled in. Get them gaps filled in. Get your teeth straight. Get your body right. Feel what I'm saying? Work on yourself. Improve yourself. Work out, bro. A lot of motherfuckers don't even know how working out can bring women into your life, bro. I'm trying to get rid of I still got a little bit of a double chin left. It's leaving, but it's still kind of there. I'm about to lower this body fat percentage. It's going to be gone in about a few more weeks. So a lot of guys don't get it, man. And some guys, the gym won't work for them. Like a guy who's super sub 5, the gym not gonna work. Money will work. Cause that's what helped Mike Tyson, bro. Mike Tyson been an incel his whole entire life, bro. If he didn't become Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson sub 5, below average looking, bro. Women didn't want to have nothing to do with him, bro, when he was younger, before he became champion. So you gotta do things to attract females, bro. Spend time working on yourself. Don't get to be 60 and still struggling, bro. Go through your midlife crisis right now. Because that's what a midlife crisis is about. It's that you wake up and you look at the time and you're like, oh my God, look at the time. Oh, man. Oh. Sometimes you have more than one. You have more than one midlife crisis. You might have 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Some guys, anytime a motherfucker like pack his bags and go overseas for good, he had a midlife crisis. You feel what I'm saying? He said, nah, I'm being here in America, I'm by myself, jerking off the porn every single goddamn day. I'm heading overseas where I can get laid a lot more and I can have a family. I can finally have kids of my own. Out here it's too competitive. I don't have the patience to become a millionaire. I don't got the patience to get a bag and shit. All I can do is take some money that I saved and go overseas. Cause out here it seems like nowadays you gotta be really on top of your game to even have a good dating life out here in the West. Like you really gotta be pulling in the money and shit like that. You really gotta be a thousandaire or a millionaire. When I say thousandaire, you're bringing in like 300 grand, 400 grand a month. A year, Millionaire, you're bringing in 3 million a month, 4 million a month. The top 20% of men got this shit on lock. You feel me? There's no time to be out here complaining about your situation, man. It's time to start competing against other men. What's up with it? You know, you know. So you gotta understand that, yeah, Chad and Tyrone, they exist, and we gotta compete against those guys. The only way we can compete against Chad and Tyrone is through the money, bro. You gotta understand what your real reality is, and then work on trying to change your reality into your fantasy. You know what I'm saying? The things that how you want things to be. Motherfuckers fantasize about something. They fantasize about how they want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So you got to turn your reality into your fantasy. What you want, what you really want, and you got to dedicate anything. Like even if it's playing the lottery, play your numbers every single day, man. If going after the movie dream, like go to auditions all the time, man. Stay focused on that shit. If you're trying to become a movie star, and if you're trying to become a part of the music industry, you gotta chase that with a passion too. These are the industries that make the most money. Movies and music. And then school, if you don't want to do none of that, then go to school and get a degree. You know? But do something. Don't like let your whole entire life go by and get to be 60 and talk about, yeah, I never met the love of my life yet, and I'm 60. Like, man, you let 60 years pass by, really? And then you didn't even like chase the bag while you was like, bro, what type of drugs are you on, bro? What you smoking, bro? You thought that it was gonna change by itself? Nah, you gotta change. Just like I gotta stop drinking alcohol to make myself look more attractive toward females. I can't do that no more. I'm done with that. I'm not drinking tonight either. I'm working out, making myself more attractive so I can get laid again. God damn, I want a blowjob so badly. Man, I missed that. You gotta sacrifice something to get it, man. And get your teeth fixed, man. That's what I'm gonna do. Once I get a bag, get your teeth fixed. Everything that's wrong with you, you gotta work on it. If your teeth is bad, you gotta work on getting a better grill. If your money is low, you gotta work on making more money or chasing the bag or something. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you're lacking, you gotta work to get that. You feel me? Let's drink some more water, man. Cause you lacking and stuff, man. Whole lot of lacking. You overweight, you gotta lose the weight, bro. As simple as that. And some guys, they cry, like especially guys who are overweight, like Heat and Secede and shit. That guy, he cried so much. Man, I'm in this situation, man. I'm just like, I can't get no woman. I can't get a woman, bro. I get this, man. But I'm like, look at you, Heat and Secede. Look how big you are, though, bro. You're not even trying to lose the weight, but you're complaining at the same time. Like I hear like Savvy guy always complaining about, not getting a woman and stuff, but he's not out there taking action, trying to better himself so he can attract women. He ain't doing nothing about his situation. And he lied about going to school. He's not going to school, man. The guy's, he's 35 and never really had a girlfriend. He let all those years go by, bro. Man, I'm guilty of it too, man. But I'm on my purpose now. And I've been on my purpose for the last 5 years. So, I could talk. But he hasn't did anything. He let 35 years, bro, pass by and he's still in that situation because he refused to change. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think working out would help Savvy guy. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a sub 5 face, bro. He's sub 5. Like, bro, even in my older age, I what they call it, mog him. even in my older age, bro, like I'm more attractive to women than he is, bro. Like he younger than me, he 10 years younger. You know what I'm saying? I'm still attracting youngins at my age, bro. That means I must have been a fine motherfucker. If I'm still attracting women that's 10 years, 15 years younger than me, or even 20 years younger than me, then I must have been a fine motherfucker in my 20s, bro. You feel me? You know, I must have been, yeah. I remember how easy it was to get the panties off of females when I was in my 20s. I remember how easy it was. If I'm still attracting them, you know, at low percentage body fat, still attracting young females, yeah, I must have been fine as fuck, bro. I must have been fine as fuck. You feel me? And I'm still attracting them, bro. As long as I keep my body fat percentage down low, hey, I'm okay. And I know it ain't gonna last forever because this shit is slowing down. It ain't like what it used to be. But right now, at 45, I'm still getting women in their 20s still, bro. I must have been fine. Yeah, I was fine. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was fine. I was like at least a 7, bro. I was a 7 in looks. I wasn't an 8, though. I don't think I was. I wasn't an 8, 9, or a 10, but I remember women flocking to me and stepping to me, like approaching me, you know, letting me know that they like me and shit, like giving me signs, giving me strong vibes, you know. All that stopped when I got into like my mid-30s, when I put on weight. As long as I keep this weight down, bro, I'll still be able to attract. It's all about that weight, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It fucks up your goddamn looks. If some of you guys are overweight, bro, you gotta put the cookies down, bro, and start working out, man. It's for your future, man. Your future kids depend on you, bro. That's how I look at it too, man. My future kids depend on me to make changes so they can be born, bro. So my kids can be born, you know. Like daddy had to lose a lot of weight and stay in shape so you could be so you could be born, bro. You know, so my kids could be born into this world. I had to work hard and sacrifice for my future kids. They wasn't gonna be born if I didn't do it. So I'm like, okay, I got future kids on the line. Stay focused on the bag, stay focused on your fitness, stay away from alcohol. You know, your kids depend on you, bro. And then before you know it, for some reason, you enter in another midlife crisis. I'm going through one right now. So when you stop drinking alcohol, that means you in your midlife crisis mode. You're like, okay, enough of that. I'm done with that shit. Cold turkey too. Ain't nothing wrong with cold turkey. Unless if I hit my jackpot, then I'll be drunk like a motherfucker. Cause then I feel like I earned that shit. Other than that, ain't no jackpot around, I shouldn't be drinking at all. Like, nah, man. I just think like the copes is what makes things worse. Like, you complain that you're not getting women, but yet you drinking every single night, fucking up your looks, putting on all kinds of weight. It's like, dude, you're doing stuff to keep them away. You're getting in your own way, bro. You're tripping over your own wire, bro, that you set up. you tripping over your wire that you set for somebody else, and messed around and tripped over your damn self. You know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, exactly, Alex. Yeah, it was easier to bang chicks before social media. Yeah, I remember how easy it was. In the early 2000s, man, before social media was even around, bro, it was like easy to get a woman, bro. It was like, I remember how easy it was, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I remember how easy it was. Women were less picky too, man, back then, man. I say get the bag and then self-improve to the max. Like if you got something that's wrong with you, or like if you overweight or some shit like that, or if you drinking a whole lot, stop all that. You're getting in your own way. You ain't got enough money in your pocket, man. You better spend like this time just building, man. Out there trying to make more money or trying to chase the bag and better yourself. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of guys not trying to do that. So that's what keeps them in the rut for like years and years, when they can easily chase the bag and get out of that shit. Whatever rut that you in. And I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. I struggle in dating, man. Like, but I look at the reason why I'm struggling, though. And I'm going to try to fix all that, though. You know what I'm saying? My money ain't right. I'm still a bit overweight, not too much. But my money ain't right. You know, my teeth ain't right. We got to fix all of that shit, bro. Whatever is like shielding you from like getting a woman into your life, or start having a family and settling down, and whatever is keeping you from attracting, you got to stop it. You got to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Some guys go to the extent to like, you know, increase their height and shit. They go through height lengthening surgery. Okay? They said, no, I'm not gonna lay down like this, bro. They go through a lot of pain during that surgery, bro. These motherfuckers stretch them legs an extra 4 inches and shit. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm 6 foot now. Now, you know, I'll get more women. And now all these dudes are walking around with more confidence and everything. There was this guy, he was 5'5". Changed his height to like 5'10". He stretched his fucking legs 5 more inches, bro. Yikes. But he wanted to like change his situation so bad that he stretched his legs an extra 5 painful inches, bro. That's what I hear. Like the surgery is painful, they say, man. And they got you hooked onto a machine that's stretching your legs out. You know, stretching. And then, you know, when they get the surgery done, they limping for a little bit, maybe like 6 weeks or something like that, and then they heal. And then finally they got longer legs, and they attracted more women into their life. They did something about it. They didn't sit there and just cry. These niggas, either they saved up a whole lot of money, or they figured out how to get that money to get the leg lengthening surgery. You feel what I'm saying? So they doing all they can to attract more women into their life. They're just not gonna sit there and just say, you know what, this is it, I'm over it. Nah, he found something wrong with him. He said, nah, I ain't gonna be 5'5". Fuck that. He stretched his legs all the way to 5'10", man. I mean, hell, I could do the same thing. I can get up to 6 foot. That ain't nothing but 3 more inches. So it probably be less painful. But I'm good, man. I'm good. I just I'll get the bag instead. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that painful surgery, bro. But some dudes want to do that, though. You know what I'm saying? I want to be taller. I want to be able to get more women in my life. 5'5", man, that's a death sentence, bro. As a man, that's a manlet. You know, they say 5'9" is at the beginning stage of manlet. That's my height. I'm like, nigga, I ain't no manlet, bro. I'm average height. But I learned that, man, being at my height, I can't afford to be overweight. Not as highly competitive as it is in the date market. I cannot afford to be overweight. 5'5". I mean, 5'9". You know. But dudes, they want to attract women so much throughout their life, bro. They want to attract women so much that they go into the extreme just to attract females in their life by fucking stretching their legs out so they can be taller, man. And they don't care how much pain they went through to get it. They said, nah, we gotta get laid more often, bro. I want to survive. Meaning that, dude go out there and get a surgery on his legs, bro. He wants to survive. He like, no, this is not how I want to go out. So I guarantee a lot of these guys, they probably spent years saving money. They probably spent about about 3 or 4 or 5 years just saving money and stacking. They probably saved up like 30 grand, bro. That's hard to do, by the way, to save $30,000, but it's possible. I've seen cats do it. Hell, a lot of like guys who move to Thailand, they go over to Thailand with $100,000 that they saved throughout the years. They saved 100 grand throughout the years. Just about a 10-year stretch. They sat on their money for 10 years and saved $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's possible, man. You can save that much money. It's just how bad you want to be taller. It's just like, it's like women look at you and like, oh, he's not that tall. He's not, and that keeps you out of the loop, man. Some guys want it badly, some guys don't. But I'm like, it's important for you to attract women, though. That's part of who you supposed to be, man. You have to work on attracting women, being able to pass on your genetics with ease, bro. They can run between, the surgery can run between 55K to even over 100K with some doctors. Yeah, see, a lot of guys, they save about 60 grand in their bank account, man. They probably work a bunch of jobs, and a lot of these guys are young, so they're able to work a bunch of jobs, do a whole lot of overtime, save about 60 grand, and they can get that shit done. You know what I'm saying? They save, they stack their bread, you know what I'm saying, so they could be taller, because that's a death sentence. And it's like, I have trouble because of my height, because I'm 5'9", and that's what keeps, a lot of females from coming my way, because I'm not 6 foot. You feel what I'm saying? But 5'5", that's a death sentence for life, And I told you guys, don't ever choose the life sentence. Please don't do that. You see the guy who got his surgery on his legs, he didn't choose no life sentence. He's like, fuck that. That's a life. And that mean I gotta be short my whole entire life? I'll never get any women. He said, no, we're gonna get taller, man. Come on now. We're gonna save our money. And we're gonna save and save and save until we get enough for that surgery, bro. I don't care how many jobs I gotta work. If I gotta work a bunch of overtime to get the goddamn surgery, I'm gonna do it. If I gotta camp somewhere with a sleeping bag and a tent and still go to work so I can save money without paying any rent, I'm gonna do it. A lot of motherfuckers go to the extreme, bro. They take it to the extreme so they can have a better life, man, with women. I guarantee now at 5'10", he pulling more women now. He's probably even getting laid more. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's getting laid more. And now he's walking around at 5'10" with confidence. I heard about that story. The guy who was 5'5". Matter of fact, it was more than just one story, but there was one story. A guy who was 5'5". He got that surgery done, meaning that he was going through his midlife crisis. When you are getting surgery on your legs to be taller, you're going through your midlife crisis. You know what I'm saying? And I bet he's walking around just I'm 5'10". I got more pep in my step now. Oh, man, look at me now. you know, and he's getting laid more and everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is like, he changed, man. And he went through a painful surgery too. He said, fuck that. Fuck the pain, bro. I want to be taller. That's what you got to do. You got to take it to the extreme, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, yeah. Yeah, you'll have 60K, yup. If you save up for 3 years, good, you can have 60K in your bank account, but you gotta be really good at saving. To get what you want, you gotta be really good at saving. Just like my Chad friend. He wanted that house so bad. He sat back for 5 years, just stacking. For 5 years. And he finally was able to buy that. I don't call it a house. It's more like a condo to me. He finally was able to buy that condo and a big black truck. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, because he said I can pull the women because I'm a Chad, right? But he said I couldn't keep them long term because he was losing his battle to the Chads with money. There's Chads with money out there, and he was a broke Arabic Chad. You feel what I'm saying? He was complaining to me. He's like, man, I can bang these women, but I can't keep them for very long. He was losing to guys who had money. So what he did was he went out and he bought a house. He even became a firefighter. He was in training for being a fighter. I can't even talk right now. He was in training to be a fighter, okay, or a firefighter, okay. He was in training to be a firefighter, and he did. He became one, and now he owns a house, has a big black truck, and he's a firefighter. So now his pocket's about to be swole. So now he gonna have an even better life with females. You might as well call him a Giga Chad now, because he done got money. Some niggas don't do that, man. They stay in one spot their whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? They stay in one spot their whole entire life. They don't want to progress any. Even the Chad figured out after a while, hey man, he gotta get money. Just pulling women with looks, it's not gonna keep them around for very long, because they, you know what I'm saying? You know. He said, I feel kind of bad being 5'10" and wanting to be 6 foot. Yeah. You see, that's only an extra 2 inches, bro. You know, 6 foot, you definitely will pull a lot more women. Like, if I was 6 foot, bro, I definitely would pull a lot more women. You feel what I'm saying? I would get laid a lot more. Matter of fact, I probably wouldn't even be homeless. I probably be done got with a female and be living with her right now. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's end this live, because I got to work out right now, man. I'm burning daylight and I'm supposed to be working out. You know, but we got to do things to attract women, bro. That's one thing about this life. It's like you have to work on yourself to attract them. Or you're going to live a struggling life with females for all 80 years, bro. It's a goddamn shame, man. It's a goddamn shame. It's like you spent many years not building, bro. Yeah, you're gonna get punished, bro. Feel what I'm saying? The midlife crisis is real. And I think everybody should have one, man, because that's the only way you're gonna grow. That's the only way you're gonna grow, man. Is through that midlife crisis, man. When you start looking up at the clock and realizing that, you know, the time went by quicker than you think. Time is going by quicker than you think. And you start getting on the ball and you start working on things about yourself. Whatever is keeping women from you, or whatever you're struggling with when it comes to females, you got to fix it. Do something about it, man. Like I said, once I get my bag, I'm going to get my teeth done. I'm going to get brand new clothes. I'm going to get a nice car, you know, and I'm going to finally move into a place, a condo. If I got enough money, I'll buy a condo. Right off the bat, without hesitation, buy a condo. And then I'm gonna be seeking my next jackpot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it on until I max out everything. My body, my bank account. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep on going until I max out everything. Until my money is good, my body is good. Then I'll start to have a family. So I won't be old and alone. That's all I'm focused on. It's the future, buddy. You feel me? But I gotta go. I gotta work out. You guys have a good day, man. I'll be back on later. You know how I do it. I'm making about 3 or 4 videos a day. You guys have a good day. Peace. Happy 4th of July. I'm out.